Okay, I'm super pissed. I've recorded this video 3 times, and every time YouTube screws up somehow and says something gets disconnected when it's not. Don't ask me. It literally says something was disconnected. It's the best computer error I've ever seen. And then it erases my video. Anyways, I gotta run, so I'm gonna do this really fast. And if you have any questions, I'm gonna fly through this. If you have any questions, ask me on the forums. This is a harmonic timbre. That sounds like an organ. Now, before you get to type, no, it's not harmonic, organ, 12 overtones, rational intonation, blah, don't do it. Because this is an organ that I have modified. It's in an FM synth, and I have modified it so that these are, the overtones to this are the actual harmonic series. Again, these are real overtones in the sound. They're justly, tuned. This is not a messed up 12 rationally intoned organ. Second off, this is quarter common mean tone. So that means this. It's very close to 5, 6, 9. Okay, so here's like 2, 5, 6, 9. Okay. You can also hear, since it's quarter common mean tone, there's a lot of really nice sounding 7-limit stuff in it. You can hear it's not clashing with any overtones because I've made sure that they're just. Well, except for this one's a little more. Anyways, flying through it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play something on this chord, and you got to tell me what the root is. Do you hear the root as this, or do you hear it as the VF, which is this? Your job is to tell me which one you hear it as. When I do this, I'm never going to play the fifth, never going to play that note in any octave equivalent to it, and I'm also not going to ever octave double the root anywhere. I'm going to play other notes, in fact, like this note, okay? Which, if anything, should make it sound like this is the root even less. Like, because if the VF thing is true, playing this should drag it there. So, again, harmonic timbre, 5, 6, 9, pay attention to the root, and I'm going to play other notes, and I promise you I will never play this note or this note, and I will never double this note. Okay, now I'm going to clear your tonal center by playing some new crap. Alright, hopefully you're all over the place now. Alright. This is for Paul Ehrlich. There's a point to this too. I'm gonna stop. Now I gotta do this faster, or I'm sure YouTube's gonna screw me up again. When I play this, I I hear the root as this. So, point is, I'm doing this really sloppy too, but again, didn't play this ever. Didn't ever play the fifth, the 3-2 or anything. Didn't ever double the root. I did double the root in one section when I modulated to this. Okay, why did I go there? Well, partially because it's Paul Ehrlich's birthday, so you should all wish him a happy birthday. But also because this note that I'm modulating to is the VF for this chord. You know what I'm saying? So even after modulating to that note, establishing that as the tonic, okay, then I hit the octave there, but you know what I mean? Even after being here, I can then just go back to, and you don't still hear like an echo of, you know. No, you don't hear it. Or if you did hear it that way, you know, speak up. But I certainly don't imagine anyone would hear it that way. You know, to me, this sounds like a minor 7 chord without the fifth. I can imagine it as like, you know, different roots. Like maybe this is the root, or maybe I can hear this is the root, like a rootless voicing. But in the context of what I played, the root of this sounds like that. To me, another thing is the chords I'm playing in this. I'm playing this note a lot. This is the fourth. If this whole root equals VF thing is true, this is the last note I should ever want to play to make this sound like the root. It should be like, as soon as I play, oh, that should be like, oh, the root's gone, now I hear this. You know what I mean? Like, but that's not how it is. It just sounds like some kind of extension, like an 11. Now, what did I do here? I changed to the 4 dominant 7 chord. Again, still no this, still no doubling of this note anywhere. Okay, this is making the root sound like F. Again, this is C, this is F. Okay? Then, after doing that, because I love modal harmony, after doing this sort of Dorian thing, okay, then I go from the 1 minor 7 omitted 5 chord to the 4 dominant 7 chord to the flat 7 sus 13 chord. Well, not the 13, because that would be this note, and I didn't play it. But the point is, I'm doing this thing. Listen carefully. And then back here again. So, what does that mean? Well, the way I voiced it, even, I was doing this. 1, 4 dominant. This here is an 8, 9, 10, 12 chord over the note that is the VF to this, okay? Keep in mind, I'm playing, this is the tonic, or the root, this is the root, you may hear this is the root or this is the root, but then when I go back here, the root moves back here again. Why is this being retonicized to sound like this is the root after I'm explicitly playing a huge major chord with an added 9 over the note that is the VF to this chord? Why is that the case? I don't know. There's nothing in anything I played that is an overtone of this note. Nothing. The only way you can say that is if you want to make one of the following 2 assumptions, okay? Or 3 assumptions. 1, there's more to this root thing than just VFs, but there's obviously some connection, but it's not just as simple as that. Assumption number 2 is you want to say, oh, this is the 19th harmonic, which, you know, you'd have to really start, you know, accepting that we can hear much higher up the overtone series than we usually talk about. And then the third one is you want to say, oh, well, that's like a 7/4. It's just a little bit sharp. But that one flies out the window because I can just play. Now, why does this sound like the root is this? Anyways, the point is, like, there's lots of ways to make this sound rooted and this sound rooted, and they seem very natural and we do them all the time. But truth be told, if the VF thing was true, when I play this chord, for instance, it sounds like it's not in the root position, right? I mean, the root is obviously this. If I play, resolved this way and sound resolved this way. That does not seem to happen here. This does not sound in inversion and needs this. I mean, this makes it sound happier, it's major, for whatever reason. But it's not like, I mean, this just sounds like the root is this. Why is it? I don't know. I'll leave you guys to theorize. And I went really quick because I'm in a rush. So if you have questions or I went too fast at some point, ask questions on the forum, and hope you enjoyed it.